Hey man, Hebron Ben Bilal, man, coming back at you with another Backyard Chronicles, man. We've been on the subject of molestation and pedophilia here on these last two topics, and we're going to because the last message got interrupted. Just either my phone, I don't know what it is, but we're going to broach that a little bit more. But you know what it is, man. Hebron Ben Bilal, man, Backyard Chronicles. We talk about popular things and things that are unpopular, things that's going to make you uncomfortable and things that's going to make you laugh at times. But right now, we are on the uncomfortable. But I'm trying to liberate y'all from a lot of stuff. So, man, let's get into this thing. Once again, Hebron Ben Bilal, Backyard Chronicles, man. If you like this subject matter, man, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up, and hit the bell for notification. Okay, we've been on this topic of molestation, how it's running rampant through our communities. But first, I want to say something. My uncle DT, he told me one day, he said, listen, he said, let me explain something to you. He said, man, in life, people like to ignore things until they end up on their front porch. Until it hit home, people don't like to address issues because if you speak on it or you identify or you say you've seen it, it makes you culpable. It makes you have to step up to the plate and do something per se, especially as a man. So he said, he told me once, he said, man, people don't like to address issues until it is in their front yard, until it's on their porch. And he's right. And that is really what it is with this whole molestation deal. A lot of people don't like to touch issues, man, until it's at their front porch. It's on their front porch. And then they want the whole world to rally around them and support them in regard to the things that they've encountered and endured and so on and so forth. And I think that's hypocrisy. Nobody wants to be a part of a cancer movement until somebody in their household dies of breast cancer or until they get breast cancer. Now they want everybody in the world to wear pink. Nobody wants to be a part of the Heart Foundation until they have a heart attack or until their mama dies of a heart attack. Nobody wants to be a part of our Arthritis Foundation and give to that movement until their hands is bent up and shaped like a claw because, the arthritis in their family. And it's like everything, man. People ignore things because it's convenient to ignore. In our community, that's a pervasive action. That's a course of action, actually. In our community, that's how we kind of deal with things. It's a thing where we just kind of, come on, baby. It's a thing where we just ignore, shun, and sweep under the rug and demonize those who step up to the plate and point things out. I talk to those now because I didn't get the opportunity to that are enablers. Stop enabling, man. If you do not speak on things that you see, mind your business to a certain degree, but if you see something that's so egregious or so atrocious or is brought to your attention, you need to speak on it. Because sometimes holding your tongue makes you just as culpable as the perpetrator of the crime. So, once again, I continuously stir this pot. I stir this pot without regret, without remorse, without repentance, because it needs to be stirred. Not only in my house, but in the community. This is something that we need to talk about, not just because I've suffered from it in my life, because it happened so long ago, I never brought it up, but because it is occurring. And it's occurring and it's messing up people's lives, man. And, and it continues to destroy people's reality and lives because number one, we don't want to talk about it. Then number two, the victims are made to be looked at as strange or troublemakers or, just pushed away and shunned. And that's not cool. That's not right. It's not like I'm going to start some type of foundation or join some type of group. But if an individual wants to reach out to me, man, and discuss their issues that they've gone through in regard to it, man, you know how to get in touch with me. Hebron Ben Bilal, man, the Backyard Chronicles. Hit subscribe, put some comments in the bottom, man, and we can talk. If you need to chat, we can do that as well. I'll be that ear, try to help you get through what you're going through. And once again, don't bite your tongue, man. Post those cats, man. Put them out there on blast. Don't be afraid because you're a victim. And you enablers, man, if you are not dealing with the issues, you are a part of the problem, and you are condoning that behavior. Regardless of whether you're watching this video and say, oh, I'm not a condoner of this and this and this. Okay, stop and think. Do you know of someone in your home? Do you know of someone in your community? Especially in your home. Let's just use your home that has your family who has perpetrated this on another individual, but you just don't speak on it. You keep it for the betterment of the family. Then you condone that. If you don't speak on something, you condone it. You're a condoner. You are an enabler. So you actually holding this dude's hand, taking him up to another youngster and saying, go ahead and get it in. We'll sweep that one under the rug too. And this is what's funny. Let's just revisit this particular issue dealing with my brother Keith and Ray. When they were caught molesting my sister at a very young age, they were taken away. Now, the whole family knew about this. This is not a secret. This is when my sister was probably, I think she was 9, maybe 7. She was very young at the time. This was years ago. I'm 47. I'm 47, so this is years ago. So it's not like people did not know about this. But these people still continue to be a presence in this family. Years after the fact. And we act as if, and we're saying as a group of people that we don't condone this. Stop it, man. This happened to this girl when she was 7 years old. And this is a subject that y'all are not discussing or speaking of. This is something that you continue to allow the molesters and the rapists to come back into our midst. So you mean to tell me that we are not condoners of this behavior? You really just opened the door and set the stage for them to continue along the lines of their behavior and conduct. It's amazing to me. And this goes on in a plethora, a multitude. See, it's because it's not widely reported in black communities, but man, I've heard about it so much growing up that this happens, man, and this is serious. So for you enablers, you are condoners, and you're worse than the actual individual who is perpetrating the crime. Don't care if you agree or not, but it's the truth. It is the absolute 100% truth. And I just wanted to come back in, man, and speak about us as a whole, us as a people, us as a society, staying quiet to these things. And if you do, and you turn a blind eye to it, you're just as culpable, you're just as guilty as the person who is committing an act, whether you would like to admit it or not. So either you're a part of the problem or you're a part of the solution. And part of the solution is sometimes pointing a finger, getting involved. If it calls for getting outside forces involved, so be it. But generally, for me, a hole, some line, that's the solution. But even if it means to ostracize this individual and send him away and get him away, so be it. But those things aren't being done. So, once again, man, Hebron Ben Bilal, man, broaching and touching the subject matter that others don't really want to talk about. I love it. Like I say, if you like this content, man, hit that subscribe button, thumb me up, man, and hit that bell for notification. Pass this information along, man, to somebody you know who's suffering from this, or just other individuals in general, so they can get an ear to this and they can hear it. Love y'all, man. Beautiful day outside. Get out and enjoy it. All right.